to Inside the Dojo. I'm your host, Willie the Bam Johnson, along with my lovely family, my wife, Kimberly Johnson, my son, Marco the Answer Johnson, and my two precious jewels, Messiah Johnson and Zarion Johnson, are part of our Dojo Kids crew. We're here to empower you, get you going, motivating you with the principles, concepts of martial arts as a lifestyle. Inside the Dojo.
Real excited about Point MMA today and you doing that seminar and these instructors being able to participate in it. You know what it's all about, Bam? It's retention. Anything you can bring into your school that's a little different that your students have not been exposed to, and when it's done in a professional, safe manner like the Point MMA curriculum is, that's going to just help your school grow. I'm so excited. You know, we do primarily stand-up, but we do have a jiu-jitsu program, right? So we're standing up or we're on the ground, and I think Point MMA in my school is going to be a great way to merge those two together, where the people are, the students are sparring from a stand-up position, they go for the takedown, and then they know what to do at that point. Secondary benefit that I'm going to get through Point MMA is teaching young children how to deal with bullying situations. We all know, two kids get in a fight, you got two 10-year-old little boys on a playground, and they're going to get into a physical altercation. How long is it going to be before they go to the ground? 3 seconds, right? They're going to end up on the ground. So I think it's a great supplement to our Bully Buster program. I'm really excited.
Just don't tell them I sold them to you. All right. Thank you, everybody. So in our school, we normally start at ease, and we say at ease. Then we got eBay. That's how we start. So just your same commands, we go in. And then we're just going to go to our bow. We're just going to bow like this. And what I normally do in our school, we bow like this, do this and all that stuff, but we're not worried about the difference in bows. So we relax, then we come in, and we do our bow. Then what we're going to do, we're going to shake it out, shake our hands out. What we try to do, after we bow, creed is important. I don't care who teaches Point MMA, they got to start the class with a student's creed. I don't care what creed they are. We know you guys got a creed, but some people don't have a creed. They don't even know what a creed is. So, but we let everybody know the creed is the foundation of everything that we do. So after we say the creed, we always start class off, just from a business standpoint, you guys got to know, we have a curriculum, but every week I always fill this up. This is called a class agenda. Every minute is counted for. Every class starts when I say, and I'll start say, how you feel? And everybody respond, everybody saying, super good and getting better, sir. How you feel?
Super good and getting better, sir.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
No, see what happens, if you don't feel good right now, you got to fake it until you make it. So we always ask you how you feel, super good, getting better. You should hear the kids. Oh yeah, sir. How you feel?
Oh yeah!
Super good and getting better, sir.
Let's get excited.
All right, you got to get excited, man. Super good and getting better, sir. Oh yeah. How we feel?
Super good and getting better, sir.
Oh yeah. Now, as a competitor, well, we didn't all compete in some area a lot, so this is important. Because I know with competing around the country, I'm always nervous. Kids don't realize it. That's why I'm always running around, I'm doing crazy things, I'm listening to music, because I can't let my mind really become a reality of what's going on right now, because then I'm going to doubt myself. So by doing this, it allows the kids to get out of what they're fearful of right now. Then we always say, who are we? And they say, the BAM, sir, meaning better attitude makers. 10 minutes a day, progress each day, sir. So 10 minutes a day, anybody know about CrossFit?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they got something on CrossFit called a workout of the day. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Well, in Point MMA, we got 10 mad in a day. 10 mad means that when I say 10 minutes a day and you say progress each day, that means no student can ever make an excuse for not being able to work out. Because they should be able to do 10 minutes of something every day, even when they're not coming to the school. So in Point MMA, our ultimate goal is to have everybody post something about a 10-minute workout every day. It don't matter what you do. 10 minutes, you got to post something. You got to let us know something. Make sense? Okay, so after we go through those affirmations, we go through our first warm-up. Anybody got a jump rope around here?
Got plenty.
Let's go. Everybody grab a jump rope. There we go. On time. Perfect. This is another cross-training apparatus for us to be able to let the person that's coming in and seeing Point MMA see that, oh, it's a little bit more than just, static motion. We're doing something that I already see CrossFitters and boxers and wrestlers doing. So I'm gonna give you some music, and we're gonna start with some rhythm. There we go, let's work, there we go. Let's go without double feet, just like, see I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like you fight, pop, 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 there we go. There we go, come on, let's work, there we go. Just like you fight. Get that blood circulating, there we go. There we go, come on, get that blood circulating. Keep working, there we go. Getting that blood circulating, working that wrist. Come on, let's work. There we go, I heard the music, I know you can't hear it, it's a little low, but we good. Keep working, come on, there we go. Keep working. Keep working. Let's get that double. Come on, we know jump rope is the best workout anybody can do. We know it. Especially get the kids, you get everybody. We know fighting, the ultimate goal is the rhythm. This is the best thing to get the rhythm going. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. There we go. Boom, boom. Let's go double feet. Come on, let's go double feet. There we go. Good. Swing it to the side. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Y'all got it. Come on, let's work. There you go. Come on. Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, give me a crossover. Boom, boom, give me a crossover. Let's go. Work. I know y'all can cross it over. There you go. Come on, let's work. Come on. Give me a crossover. There you go. We got them back there. Come on, we may do some double dutch in a few minutes. Come on, work. Good job. There we go. Let's pick it up. Let's get that blood circulating. Let's try to get ready. We got 30 seconds. We're going to start burning that rope and make the rope sing. Get ready. Now, burn fast. 1, 2. Okay, so every time that foot comes up, bring it up. This hand is doing that. Keep going. See, this hand is checking. As long as I can check that foot, I can't be kicked. But my goal, if his hand is there, my goal is to get over his hand. Do not let my foot get over your hand. See, wherever his foot, don't keep pushing it down. See, I'm trying to get over. Every time the chamber come up, push it down. So you see, that's why that hand is there. So we're going to bounce. Keep your feet, keep your body like pigeon toe. Because remember, the target is here. If I go there, don't worry about blocking. Just turn. Turn your body. If I can't hit it, I can't hit your back. You got me? This is on target. So keep bouncing. There we go. That's your point fighting stage. Going back and forth. Yeah, keep working. Good. Keep working. Come on. Good. Keep working. Keep working. Grab that neck and that arm. Keep your head to the shoulder. Hold that arm. Try to pull him down. Now we gonna go back with our partner. We here working, and this guy's working, and I go down here, and I'm working. Because remember, you still can fight from here. I still can work, and I can get back up, and we can work. So an appointment made. If he happens to take me down, mount me. 5 seconds, and then get up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now get up. We still fight while I'm getting up, okay? Yeah. Put a dent in the bag. We don't want to push, put a dent in the bag. And we don't want to give all our energy away. Make sure that hand coming right back to your chin. There we go, come on. Double jab. Can I get it up? Can I get a side kick? Can I get a jab, cross, back fist? Burpee. Walk backwards 3 times. No, back, go down to your burpee. It's a sprawl. Burpee, walk back. 1, 2, 3. Oh. And then a push up. And then up and run forward. And then footwork. Forward, backside, backside. All right, here we go. Start again. One fighting stance. Boxing stance. Wrestling stance. Jiu-jitsu. Get up and with a side kick and go into your hand combo. Jab up, boom. And then burpee, sprawl back. Give me a push up. Go get him. Footwork. Pick it up. Come on. Harder. Way on back. Come on. it out there. Good. Now here's our second technique. We're going to snap it, boom, and then thrust to the face. Pow, boom, boom, boom. So once that thrust kick comes down, pow. Step through, boom. And then reach hand. Back fist, reverse punch, reach hand. Single leg takedown, side mount, and then up. One more. Work. Pop, pop, boom, boom, boom. Take it down.
In a breather. Did I have to sit down? Were those battle ropes heavy? Those type of things. I don't care about nobody or nothing in the gym. Now, when people walk by, my natural reaction is to look, see who's coming near me. But other than that, I could care less at that moment. I am so zoned into us. And most times we say not 2 words to each other, unless I say what was the count or what was the drill or something like that. But we don't, unless he hits me and misses or something like that, then we laugh and then we go right back to the drill. So what you guys are doing is you're limiting yourself on being good. Each of you, and like I said, I was gonna cancel it because of what I'm going through and do it at a later date. But like I told Professor Bam, it's the caliber of women that have signed up that got me to do this. Because if you guys were just a whole bunch of women coming in here to do this, I wouldn't have done it. However, each of you have potential, you're strong, you have assets that you don't even see yet. One thing that I tell parents is stop yelling in the class to tell Johnny to turn his foot. Yes, we're not probably gonna get to every little kid, but we will eventually. You have to remember, you paid for us to teach you martial arts. Let us do what we're good at. So I remember when I had Messiah, I ended up having a heart failure. And I'm recovering at it. And they wanted to give me morphine and all these other drugs that they normally give people when you have heart conditions to pump you up. And I was like, no, I don't want that. Professor Bam was like, this time you have to surrender. They are the masters at what they do. You have to allow them to do what they do. And I had to shut up, and luckily I did, because I'm still here to tell you that I shut up and listen to what they said. Now, you have to kind of just let go and trust in what we tell you when you walk through these doors. We will never put you in a situation that you are not ready for. I promise you that. I know when you're ready and when you're not ready. If I tell you it's time to fight, you need to fight. Trust in us on that, because we see something in you. Are you going to be scared? Yeah. Are you going to be fearful? Yeah, that's just natural human instincts. I get nervous, things like that. However, what you guys are doing is you're letting that fear or nervousness or the thought of someone else seeing you look a little awkward or whatever take over. You got to let that go if you want to be good. You'll never be good until you let go of those inhibitions that hold you back in life, okay? And there's a lot of things that I do in the gym that are probably not what a trainer would say to do or whatever. But I'm doing it with a mindset of, when I press this weight off, I gotta get this big old chick up off of me while we're on the ground grappling, okay? So that's my concept. What he thinks of me, I could care less. What I think I'm doing, I know I'm doing, because I'm pushing up weight to get her off of me, okay? It's the same concept when I'm pressing my legs. Professor Bam put up on 300 pounds. I'm like, holy crap and moly. And then he's like, oh, you could do that. You did more before. I was like, I did. He's like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I did do more. So you never know when you start questioning yourself. Let it go. What's happening is you're starting to advance in the punching techniques. You're starting to shut down more. You can't do that. You got to let go. Because in order for those techniques to work, you got to be loose and free with it, okay? In order for you to teach the elements and concepts behind that kind of technique, you got to be free with it. And what I mean with that is, if I tell you to punch like this, you got to be able to give 10 different scenarios of why you punch like that. Everyone will be correct. Everyone will be wrong. And what I mean by that is, it might work for her, but it might not work that way for her. It might, if you see me coming around telling each of you different things, is because you're a different kind of fighter. You're a different kind of person. So that's what you have to remember. When I'm telling you to do certain things, it's not going to be the same thing I tell her or her or her or her. It's going to be completely different, because you're different. Not one of you are going to get the same critiques from Professor Bam as I would. You see what I'm saying? Agree with that? So don't think when I'm critiquing you that you did it wrong. I'm just seeing something that's gonna work and enhance you just a little bit faster or more, okay? And you're seeing a complete difference in her punches already because she's stiff. But once you start learning how to move this part with this part, you're gonna be a better puncher. It sounds weird, your legs gotta work for your arms to punch right, but that's the truth, okay? So when you're doing squats and things of that nature, you can't half your squat jumps and stuff. You gotta remember, I need these quads. Can't get out, they're not strong enough. Your arms.
I'm gonna let you keep that red on because of your complexion. That brings out. And Mr. Marco got yellow, and you're going to take it off and probably put on yellow. Just so everybody know, this is a real Shark Tank audition. This has nothing to do with martial arts. It's numbers. What we're trying to push is Point MMA featuring Crazy Fit. We're trying to push that as look at UFC, look at Mud Run, and all that. It's my job to convince these people that this is the next biggest thing as UFC. All we need is somebody to put enough money for people to become real employees of just Point MMA. This has nothing to do with BAMS. This is Point MMA, a business that has the potential to be the next biggest thing for the martial arts industry. And we're not UFC was the next big thing for not just martial arts, but just people that love fighting as a whole. But it wasn't the next big thing for traditional martial arts schools. This is the next big thing for traditional martial arts schools and fitness for kids and the whole family. If we can get, I ain't gonna say if, but when God allows this to happen, to have a shark decide to invest, to run a separate business from this that's solely focused on Point MMA, licensing, schools, and competition, where competitors and champions and promoters and everybody can get paid, and you got a staff that just like you have here, you got a staff, a office person that gets paid to run the daily operations of this, and they can see that this can be the little league, just like in NFL. When they got little league, NFL football, Point MMA is that for the UFC. That's what we selling. We got to convince them that, and the problem, and the convention is not really a big deal. But from the close, when we walk in, I guarantee you nobody else is prepared as what we have. That's why when we walk in, we got 1 minute. 1 minute's nothing. But the difference is the talent is the thing that got to whelm them because they don't know anything about martial arts. They never seen all that. They never seen the tournament stuff. As far as they concerned, is what you see in UFC. All they concerned with is how are you going to make whatever you're presenting something to skyrocket our ratings on TV before we take you from here to a live showing. The backdrop story of jail and all of this being $20 and everything is probably one of the biggest stories they could ever have on that show because it takes everything back to the realness, the streets. Just watch everything on TV.
Start with a couple jumping jacks. Do a little like 10-minute spurt, like warm up or something.
I wanted to be a champion, but everybody else wanted to be a teacher when they was a little kid. But at the best came through, and that's why I want to be a champion. God bless it.
This is more than a
recording. This is energy that's not released often. Most of your enemies can only take portions. Something that consumes your competition with exhaustion. All you need is 2 minutes, dude, in it, 1 round. This is the rundown, Shaolin at sundown. Showed up the jungle just to rumble and you run now. Improve your technique while your people try to run wild. This is point MMA champions don't sit and play unless you fight sweeter than Chick-fil-A's lemonade. Don't be nervous, many men have been afraid. Time for a change, see the difference a minute made. Lyrical renegade, I do it for the culture. Filled with more energy than Iron Man's repulsors. Strap on your gloves, we gon' show you who the boss is. Time to learn your lesson, don't forget your true culture. Hey, hey, your body hits harder. You never seen someone who fights like this, like this. Hey, hey, you better think smarter. If you ever really plan to fight like this, like this. Technically, how you technically, how you technically, how you technically, how you technically better. Roll with the punches and handle the hits. To be the last man standing with a championship. So many slaps and grapples and damaging kicks. You want a second guessing if they just can manage the mix. Touch gloves and bow right after the gong. Fireballs in the palms, electric glows from the arms. What I envision when I'm making this song is I want this thing forever like I'm Drake and LeBron. You dig in the trenches and hustle and working and hoping that this song for certain is not the extended version. But it will not stop me, cause probably the price to stop is too costly. Making your head rock from the lockers to the car seat to the corporate office lobby. Leather interior inside the Ferrari. Cause we causing kamikaze. These are apologies for sorry. Are we here to battle? Or are we taking on zombie armies? Fighting like Chuck Norris and Bruce while training these players like Vince Lombardi. Hey, hey, your body hits harder. You never seen someone who fights like this, like this. Hey, hey, you better think smarter.
Welcome to Shark Tank. My name is Scott. We're going to be doing wristbands in about 15, 20 minutes. So this is where you should be to get a wristband. Looking at the line now, I promise you everyone will get a wristband. There's no reason to start freaking out. If you're a Kingonomics attendee, if you've paid to go to the Kingonomics conference, you don't have to wait in this line. You can go inside to room D. They have nice coffee for you, croissants, as in DC. Okay. Yeah, so room D, if you're a Kingonomics attendee, they have your
show. Shark Tank comes to D.C.
And people lined up around the convention center today. Some of them got in line on Wednesday to pitch their ideas. Steve Shinavy joins us with all the Shark Tank excitement.
Yeah, we found a few things that could have fit in that Batman utility belt. No shortage of ideas as part of this week's Kingonomics Summit. It uses Dr. Martin Luther King's economic teachings to promote entrepreneurship and innovation. As part of this, ABC's Shark Tank set up shop today at the convention center, looking for a few new ideas from the D.C. region.
Spot on Shark Tank. We got the scoop on how to make a successful pitch.
Have energy, be excited. Personality goes a long ways. The Sharks are people. They're not just looking at numbers. They buy into you just as much as they buy into your business or product.
And they'll fight each other for a piece of the action.
As for the Sharks, they actually have no idea what pitches they'll be hearing.
I don't think people realize the only thing we know when they walk into the Shark Tank is their first name. It's not easy because you're making big decisions for a lot of money, and it's our money.
The auditions are just part of the larger Kingonomics Summit, scheduled around the anniversary of the March on Washington to help minority business owners. Laurel, Maryland's Willie Johnson pulled no punches with his family-friendly MMA pitch.
Rather than reinforcing the violence that we see plaguing our society, how can we take something that everybody loves and bring it and make it safe?
While Dee's fortune.
Shark Tanks, I'm coming after you guys.
Joining me is billionaire entrepreneur Mr. Mark Cuban.
We're at Kingonomics Conference in celebration of entrepreneurship and the 50th anniversary of the Martin Luther King March on DC. And it's a unique opportunity for Damon and I to help minority entrepreneurs understand the American dream and get fired up about starting companies, running companies, and hopefully making some money.
Information is the most valuable commodity. The Kingonomics Conference aims to give entrepreneurs, primarily minority entrepreneurs, access to capital and information on how to build a successful business. I'm somebody who benefited off of supporting a minority entrepreneurship, and now I can help others.
Damon, thank you.
Welcome to Shark Tank Casting.
Thanks for having us here.
Maybe not everybody knows. The Sharks have nothing to do with who comes on the show.
What's the name of your company, how much you're looking for?
We are here at the Kingonomics Conference. We're looking for great businesses, great products, great ideas for Shark Tank.
Everybody can be part of the American dream.
you is you. Suck it up! There you go. Come on, one arm. It don't matter. Just do it. Get it out. Don't let it break you down.
The energy that comes off this guy is just phenomenal, and it's contagious.
When you come here, you leave behind everyday worries. You know, the frustration at work. Not every day is perfect, but when you come here, you know, you leave everything behind.
I mean, everyone has their own drama, but it's nice to get away from the 7 days a week that I have at home.
Well, it's not only about the physical stuff, it's also about how to defend yourself. It's about discipline and focus.
It gives me confidence and for myself to be strong and like to not back away from anything.
In life, something's always going to be happening. You're never going to have a clear path towards success. There's going to always be something coming towards you.
Once you change your attitude in life, things start to work, you know, in mysterious ways.
I feel strong, I respect myself. Yeah, I feel like brand new every time I walk out of here.
I love that I came to Bam's Kung Fu. If it wasn't for my dad, I probably would still be overweight and not happy.
Harder! Because the girl's not going to be hitting you on the street, the guy is. Harder!
When you hear the word the BAM, it goes beyond just the energy. It goes beyond just WMAC master. It goes to a great father. It goes to a loving husband. It goes to all those things, the things that I strive to one day be.
Go, punch!
He is just the embodiment of what a role model should be.
Don't you quit. Don't quit. Come on. Come on, Mr. Marvin. You know why I'm here.
I don't think they know how much they mean to me and Seth. Me as a single mom, he doesn't have a male to look up to in the household. And so when he comes home and he says, you know, Professor Bam told me I was a champion today.
Come on.
It means the world to me because he has someone that he can look up to every day when he comes into the school and say, I want to be a man just like that.
The memories that you make here are memories that will stay with you forever.